You want to see how I get this all matte look using very affordable products and a very pretty purple eye? Then stay tuned. Happy Tuesday and welcome to the Daily Beauty Story. My name is Amanda Hall. I am 55 years old. I have lots of fine lines and wrinkles and some deep ones too. I have a cool olive undertone. I have extremely dry skin and crepey under eyes. I have deep set eyes with one eye leaning on the hooded side. So I got all the things. One of the reasons I do this daily story is so that you get to see the products in action and what they look like. Now, my techniques don't vary a ton, so you'll probably see a lot of me putting on my makeup the same way, but you'll get to see the products in action. I list down in the description box the timestamps, so if there's a product you want to try, if there's a specific product you want to look at in this video, you can go straight to that time and you can see it that way. So I give you some options, but I just love playing with makeup. I love experimenting, I love playing, and above all, I love to create beauty stories. So let's get into it. We are looking at some warmer temperatures today as we are in the path of some pretty severe weather. So we're going to be almost 80. It's going to be a warm day with the hint of storms rolling in this evening and through tomorrow. And so I figured, you know what? Let's give this LA Colors another test. And see how it holds up in warmer weathers. I do have a dog that I take out on walks at least several times a day. And so we're gonna really put this to the test so I have a really good idea what month end reviews on these products might be. So let's go ahead and start with the concealer. And I don't think I told you the color on this yesterday. It's CC569 Fair. I definitely liked the lighter color of this. If you saw last night's video, if not, I will link it above. But I tried the darker version, which I think was beige. And I just didn't like it because I do like a more brightening eye. And so I like that this feels a little cool going on the skin. I do have those crepier under eyes, and so that kind of bothers me when they're just too dark because I feel like it really does accentuate the more crepiness under my eye. This held up pretty well yesterday. I was actually pretty surprised, you know, how well it handled itself with not a ton of creasing. It didn't get very drying, which was really nice, which I didn't, you know, from the other one, it didn't really dry either. But because it was so dark, I just really struggled with it. But let's go ahead and get this pressed in. I'm using my Nikki LaRose N16 brush. I just love this brush. I just love the paw. I love how it's soft on the end and it kind of gives you that little bit of diffused look with this. Now I seem to have the trifecta of under eye issues. I got crepiness, I got dryness, and I got fine lines and wrinkles. So I feel like that is gives me a bit of a challenge and help. I have to learn to accept what I have and just work around it and realize I'm gonna get creasing because I have fine lines and wrinkles. It's gonna look a little my under eyes are a little bit crepey, so a little bit thinner. So my darkness is probably going to show through. I don't like to use a heavier concealer. Now this would probably be what I would consider a little bit heavier concealer, but I like how this actually holds up during the day for me. And who thought I would say that for a concealer that's under $2? Although I love drugstore, don't get me wrong. But for under $2, I don't think that, at least for me and for my condition, I'm actually really impressed by it. So, all right, we're gonna do the LA Colors. I didn't wear this yesterday, put on my Maybelline, but the LA Colors Truly Matte Long Wearing High Pigment Foundation. Now, they do not have a wide range of colors. I think there was maybe 6 in the store. There might be 8 online. This is in the color Sand. I thought that this would be the closest in color. This is extremely thick, as you'll see as I go ahead to put it on the back of my wrist. I mean, it is not going anywhere. It's very thick. It is very matte, but I wasn't terribly disappointed with that. Now I'm just gonna put this on with my brush. And now it is a little more on the warmer side for me, which I don't particularly love, but I think it was a nice matte foundation. If you're looking for a matte foundation and you really gotta work on a budget that isn't super drying if you have dry skin like I do. I did not feel like this got tight during the day when I wore it. I think it leaves a nice matte look to the skin. I'm just not that matte girl. I do like a glow. Although I will say the Maybelline semi-matte, the new release that they came out with, I have to say I was pretty much in love with that foundation. It was probably the gem of the year so far for me when it comes to foundations and all the foundations that I've tried. You know, even reaching back into my old stash of makeup, I felt like it was the best of what I had tried so far. So, but this is a nice matte foundation. Again, not a big color range, not going to be, you know, super great when it comes to cooler tone skin, I don't think. Obviously, I have a cool undertone, a cool olive undertone, so it's not, you know, if you apply it more lightly like I did, you probably won't experience too much of the Oompa Loompa like I had it in last night's video. But it does give a nice matte look if that is a look that you're going for. Now, I think probably the best of what I found from the LA Colors video from last night was the concealer in Cocoa. You just need the tiniest bit. Like, I way overdid it in that video, and sometimes you just never know. But you just need the tiniest amount. And I just actually was surprised at how much I really liked this color. I did not think that I was going to like it as much as I did. I'm going to use my Sigma Kabuki brush to put it on, but it just gives the perfect bronze that's not super orange, but does give you that kind of golden, more tan look versus that real super bronzy, kind of more orangey look. At least that's how it appears to me. It can get a little bit, you know, it is a little more, because it's a concealer, it can look more matte. It's not going to give you that bronzy, sun-kissed, dewy glow, but that doesn't bother me too much, especially when I'm doing a matte look like this. And even yesterday when I used the skin tint for Maybelline, I felt like even though this is very matte as a concealer, I didn't feel like it looked too dry or matte underneath the Maybelline foundation. It's gonna look more matte here because we have a matte foundation on, but I think it just gives that perfect hint of color that is not that more orangey, warmer bronzer tone. So I really like it. It definitely is probably going to actually move into my personal collection. You know, I do try lots of makeup, and luckily I have a lot of gals at my church who love to play with makeup, and so I just take my bagfuls of things that don't work for me and let them pick and choose. They all know that most of it has been, you know, at least tested in some capacity or another. I don't take the mascaras or any of that, but I do take the other stuff. So if they want it, great. If not, it just gets tossed because I can't give it away to, you know, I'd like to, I wish like shelters would take gently used makeup. I know it's kind of gross, I guess, now that I think about it. But powders, I think, are less like that. I don't know. I just would love to bless somebody with that. And so that's why I think like that. So I'm gonna try, we're gonna stay pretty matte again today. So I'm gonna use the new Sun Kisser Matte Blush in Lilac. Now I was so shocked. I went to try to go link this yesterday and I couldn't find it on Target or Walmart. I guess I didn't look on Amazon, but I found it in store. So if you look in store, I think there's like 8 different color shades. Obviously I like the more pink lilac. I go for this more purple because it looks more pink on me, especially with my cooler undertone skin. But I just thought this was so beautiful. And I actually did like the, I think I talked about this yesterday. I did like the glow version of this. I just picked the one color because all the other colors just all look the same. So I had the light pink. And when I'm darker and tanner during the summer, I thought that that just left the most beautiful wash of pink on my cheeks. And I just loved it. But I think that this one is going to also make its way into my personal collection because I just love the color of it. It just is so pretty. Like yesterday, I just felt like this was just the perfect wash of blush on my cheeks. And I like to kind of go along my nose and kind of run it, just whatever's left on the brush, just up and around, to kind of just tie this whole area together. So I've really impressed with that. They have like some really warmer, cooler, I should say warmer coral colors. And so, but that's just not really my thing. But I think that this so far was beautiful. I really have enjoyed it. Let's see now. We're gonna stay more matte. We're not gonna go with the, you know, I'm not gonna put any highlighter on, but we are gonna play with some glitter in the Bratz palette. So let's go ahead and get the eyebrows on. And I actually have been liking using this brow pencil. It is in the color medium. It actually is a pretty decent color for me, and I actually am enjoying a little bit of the firmer formula, that it's more like a real pencil. You got to apply some pressure to get the color to come in. I don't mind that. I feel like, isn't it funny? I feel like when things are pigmented or they take a little more effort to get color, that they tend to be a product that I like. I don't know what that is. What is that? Maybe there's some sort of science or psychology behind that. I don't know. Oh, I still need to look up the mascara thing. I mean, even now I'm doing it, but I'm talking, but I feel like that is such a weird phenomenon. I don't know if anybody else has that problem when they go to put on their mascara, that they open their mouth, but I do. And it looks so funny, you know, it's so odd. You know, these us who create beauty stuff online, I mean, even fashion, and because that's what I love to do too, is show you, my daily outfits and how I style them. And, my style personality is, more classic with a hint of edge. I can go rock and roll if I want to. I do like me a good graphic vintage tee. I do love a good solid basic button down. So I can run the gamut sometimes on what my wardrobe looks like. But I'm sitting here talking to you via a camera lens. There's nobody else in the house. It's just me and my dog, Millie. And so sometimes it seems so funny to sit here and have a conversation with you when there's no actual response right away. And so it is such a privilege to be able to do this. One, because my hope and deep desire is that it inspires you to play with color, to play with makeup, to try things, to not be scared, to not put yourself in a box, and have some fun. Yet I'm just as nervous sometimes to play with things as you might be. And the people on the other side of the camera are human too. But the reason I do this is I don't see a lot of people showing you daily performance. And I think that's so important when you're going to invest your money, especially if you are a gal who is on a budget. If you're going to invest your money in products that you are excited to try, or that you think are going to be right up your alley and in your color story and what you love to do, to not see it multiple times, I think is hard. And so that's why I like doing these daily stories to I'm using the Maybelline Build-A-Brow in Espresso. In Brown Black. And so I'm just gonna do a few little lines here just to give some dimension. I really do like using a pen now. I know it's an extra step, but for someone like me who has who has sparse brows, thanks to lots of tweezing in those days, I like the dimension that a pen adds on top of a pencil. I like to kind of block in my brows and then go in and add a little dimension to them. So that's why I like using a pen on them. And I never can seem to get both eyebrows to match. I don't know why that is. And my eyebrows are so distinctly different. They're not even like semi-close. I feel like they're redheaded stepsisters. So, they just don't like to cooperate sometimes. So it is what it is, I'm using the Maybelline Super Lock. This is one of my favorite gel type formulas. The brow gel that I used that was the LA Colors just was, it didn't do much to hold my brows in place. And so that'll be a product you will see in in my monthly reviews is not so good. I'd love to know, do those I've only done 2. Do those help you to know, like my final thoughts after trying them all month? I would love to know your thoughts on that, if that's something that you like and that you enjoy. Would you like me to, I don't think I did chapter marks on that. Maybe I'll do that so that if there's a specific group of products that you want to get more information on, I can put chapter stamps in. So that you might see that in the end of this month's video. But we are at the beginning of the month. It's crazy to me how we are already, in March of 2025. Crazy to me. Okay, well, now let's play with some eyeshadow. So we're gonna play with the berry tones in this today. I mean, I did kind of a berry look, but I went more purple. We're definitely gonna go more pink today. So I'm gonna start back in this one, which is, oh, you would think I could get this together. And so we're gonna go in with Dump Him first. And then we're gonna move down here to this berry color in the outer corner. We're gonna use this one on the lid. I don't know why all the thing. I'll read you the thing. And then we're going to go up with this one as the glitter on the lid. I think maybe tomorrow we'll venture into these teal colors. That'll be fun. We'll have some fun with that. So let's go ahead and get started with Dump Him. And then Stepping Out, Express Yourself, and She's Iconic. I am a huge fan of the ColourPop eyeshadows. I did pick up their new, hello Amanda, the new Balm foundation stick that they came out with. So I'm gonna be giving that a try probably towards the end of the week. I wanted to show you this more matte foundation in action, and then I'll probably use that ColourPop stick foundation and give that a try. Also, next week, here's a spoiler alert. So if you're watching, you get to see, you'll get to know what is coming up in next Monday's video. I'm going to be trying almost the whole line of Versed Cosmetics. And I saw one of my favorite beauty influencers, Jen Phelps, do a review of this product. I didn't watch the full video because I didn't want to be influenced. I was influenced to buy it, but I didn't want to be influenced in my review of it. But she did a whole video of all the things that they released. And so I picked up from Target the whole line. And the really cool thing about it is they do have an olive tone. We'll see if it's more meant for a warmer olive tone, which I am not, but I figured, okay, well, let's give this brand a try. And I did hear that it is from the creators of Merit. So if you're a high-end girly, these, I mean, it's under $20, but it's more that $14.99 to $20 range makeup. So it's not super inexpensive. But I'm excited to try it. It looks really, really good. And so be looking for that come next Monday night. So that's a little spoiler alert. We are going to go in with, let's see, grab this wrong. I'm gonna go back into Stepping Out, which is this deeper berry color in the outer corner and crease area. So we'll be giving the new ColourPop foundation a try this week. I'm gonna do the new first. I have a few eyeshadow palettes that I have sitting in my I haven't tried drawer. And so we may throw those into the mix. I have not seen a lot of eyeshadow palettes released lately. I'm gonna keep checking the ColourPop website to see if they restock that Shadow of Secrets. I know that that was just a Valentine's release, but oh my gosh, that palette is so amazing. I hope they restock it. It just is that good. Oh, loved the tones of it. So one of the nice things is you can get ColourPop at Target. Now they do have a kiosk or display at Ulta as well. And now they're carrying a little more of the more common ColourPop palettes, like the Stone Cold Fox, which is a cool tone mega palette. So I'm gonna use the LA Girl Deep Violet in my just waterline, and we're just gonna do regular lashes today. I wasn't feeling super inspired to do a whole faux lash, but I did look in my drawer. I'm like, okay, what need to create some lash looks so that you can see some of the different more voluminous lashes. I tend to go for the glamour lashes because to me, why would you get the more natural looking lash when you can do that with mascara? I guess if you need more volume, I mean, I guess I could, but I figure I usually get a fairly decent, you know, mascara application. And so I just go for the big, fancy, voluminous, bam, glam eyelashes. So we'll have to give, I really did, recently I tried the Pixie, which I liked, which you saw in last night's video. Those are nice. They're enough of a glam, but I would say are more on the softer side of glam. I tried the Pompadours, which are really bold and glam. I got the once viral ruffle that I want to try, so we'll probably be trying that sometime this week. And so, okay, I just wanted to add a little extra color there. We are going to curl and then use my favorite lash combination. You guys are going to get sick of seeing this primer. In fact, I probably need to buy another one. Because I've used that so much. So give my lashes a curl. Do you guys curl your eyelashes? I have very straight, pointy lashes, so that's why I give my lashes a curl. Do you curl your lashes? I'm curious how many of you might curl your lashes. You can leave that down in the comments below if you've made it this far. I'd love to know that. Have you used a lash primer? I had never used a lash primer until I saw Nikki LaRose, whose brush that concealer brush that I love so much. I like her other brushes, but that one is just, it's perfection. But I saw her try this and I'm like, oh my gosh, her eye look looked amazing. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should try a primer. And so I did. I went out and got this. I mean, it's under $5. I love that I can see where I've applied it because it is turquoise in shade. I love how at least the first coat, if you miss a spot of mascara, you can see where you have missed. Although I don't think most of the time I miss, but it's also habit for me to want to put this on my bottom lash line. So you'll see me sometimes try to move it there because I think it's like mascara. And usually after the first coat, I go straight to my lower lash line. So there we go. Give that a second to kind of set, but it does such a nice job of, I feel like, lengthening and not so much volumizing, but lengthening. And then I'm going to use the Lash Princess in black. They're just iconic formula. And I just feel like it gives such a good base to any mascara. I tried it yesterday with the LA Colors mascara, and I feel like it did give that mascara a little extra something that it didn't have by itself. So I think this will probably be one of those things that's probably my most repurchased for this year because I just think it is so pretty. You see, I had my mouth open. I am gonna have to look that up today and see. I'll report tomorrow why that is. Why we keep our mouth open. At least why I keep my mouth open, if it is even a thing. Like, if it's just me and I'm the special one. But there is that with just one coat. Like, that is so good. I just think it just adds such that extra special oomph. Now, I don't quite get the same effect with the L'Oreal volume, the volume one that they have. It's nice, but it is just not, it is not this. And it's almost double the price. I mean, under $5, $4.99 I think is what that costs. And it just does such a wonderful job. I think for me who has, you know, used, I have done lash extensions, which can cause damage to your lashes. I've done, you know, so, and I don't have the pretty long beautiful lashes. My daughter has those because her dad has amazing lashes, and so she has beautiful long natural lashes. When she puts mascara on, it's like her putting on false lashes. She is blessed with that. I not so much. So she got that from her dad. So I just, this combination is amazing. This primer with the L'Oreal Panorama, that's another one of my favorites. But this Lash Princess together, it's just so good. So good. And under $10 for 2 products. If you are that budget girl and you gotta work it, perfect for that. Perfect for that. Okay, well, how are we looking so far? I think we've put, you know, this matte foundation does not feel tight on my skin. I actually like the way it looks. You know, it's not terrible. I mean, I think this is $3.98, $4.98. It's under $5. And so if you're a matte girl, and it comes with a pump, like really, Maybelline, L'Oreal, could we not put a pump on our droppers? Really? So let's see. I'm actually just going to go super simple on the lips today. I'm going to use my favorite NYX Slim Pencil in Mauve, and I'm just going to do the glitter, the holographic glitter lip gloss from LA Colors. And so I'll just get this put on. I figured we'd just do a little. I'll do my shading. And then why not, right? I used the rum raisin. This was very pretty. I would say that this is not as burgundy. It's more berry when it comes out. It was a really pretty color. It probably actually would go good with this look and not the look I did on Monday when I went really neutral glam with that Bratz palette. But it is a really pretty color. But I figure we're not gonna do that bold today. We're just gonna shade and put some glitter on the lips. And then this is in, I believe, glazed donut, something like that. And it's not gritty like you would expect a 98-cent lip gloss that is a glitter holographic like this to be gritty. It is not. It is so nice. Nice. So I've been really impressed so far with the LA Colors things that I've tried. You know, I used the matte blush, but I did use the blush in the video. It is a pretty color. It's definitely not this color. It definitely leans a little bit warmer, but it was very pretty and I really like it. I'll probably try this a little later in the week. I just really wanted to keep trying this Sun Kisser matte blush from Maybelline, and I'm loving the color on this. This is probably definitely gonna get in my stash. We talked about this. Really, Maybelline, L'Oreal, let's put a pump on it. Fave combination. I'm still really liking this pencil. You'll probably be seeing this a little bit. I did sharpen it, so it's probably not gonna, for under $2, maybe $3, it's worth it. You know, it's got the little spoolie, you can sharpen it and use it. So I actually, this is another one of these things that'll probably make it into my personal collection. I'm really enjoying these two. I mean, so far, the under eyes, you know, they're gonna crease. They're gonna look, but I don't feel like they look extra cakey for as thick as this formula is. I think this matte look is very nice. Yeah, this palette, you know, it doesn't look like it would be something that you would normally pick up, but I think I am really glad that I picked this up. And I'm also a little bummed that I didn't try it sooner. But we're definitely gonna have to play with these colors and see how they come out. I think I have touched every color in here now, except those two. So we're gonna have to dip into those two colors. I kind of have an idea of a look that I will do, but definitely has been worth the investment for me with this particular palette because of the color story. I want you to remember that every piece of makeup serves a purpose, and together they create a beauty story. So why not be intentional and bold and playful and create a beauty story that you will love?